Hi everyone, thank you for joining me in my second video blog for polyphonic.org. My name is Elaine Lee and I'm the bands librarian at the University of Illinois Bands. In the 2 weeks since the last video, things have really progressed for our first concert of the year coming up this Thursday, and I'll keep you posted on how that goes. Performances around Champaign-Urbana are really hitting a stride this month. This past weekend, I played in the pit orchestra for a concert version of George Gershwin's Of Thee I Sing as part of the Allerton Music Festival. It was a very special production because members of it came from all around the Champaign-Urbana music community. Faculty members, students, and local professionals joined together for the show, and for me, it very much gave the production a community feel, which is nice. I might not have ever had another opportunity to work with some of these musicians. I always feel lucky that my profession allows me to enjoy creating music both instrumentally and technically. Performing can also be very enlightening for performance librarians because it gives us an opportunity to experience firsthand the very music making processes that we facilitate from backstage. In that time, we can also think about our own preferences for what's on our stands and how we can implement those preferences into our own work. It's also a chance to think about how we can improve in our own work and preparation processes. It's even a chance to pick up ideas from other librarians, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. A few years ago, I was both the librarian and violinist in an orchestra called Sinfonia da Camera. It was an intense and nerve-wracking experience because I was performing from my own work for the first time. From time to time, it was also difficult to concentrate while playing because I'd simultaneously be trying to notice if anyone in the orchestra was looking quizzically at their part or scribbling in it. And usually they were just writing a note to themselves, but I'd still have a tiny panic attack anytime someone leaned forward with a pencil in hand. Still, it was such a valuable position, too, because I was completely solely responsible for not only what I was doing in performance, but also what I was preparing first on the page. I had to watch myself very closely every step of the process, and I don't know if I'd ever do that again on a large scale, as educational as it was, but my all-around skills as a musician definitely developed greatly from all that pressure and overthinking. For me, it's really valuable to experience art in many ways, in performance on paper and as an audience member. It reminds me each time of how much work goes into an actual performance. If it's an orchestral or band concert, I'm also reminded of areas in which I'd like to improve myself, areas I might have improved on in a performance I just gave or observed, or how my position relates to a performance I'm watching. Experiencing music in any of those ways also reminds me of the goals I'd like to achieve. Perhaps a rehearsal that ends 5 minutes early because everyone has had such an easy time reading everything on their parts and then everything was perfect. That would be exciting. Thanks again for tuning in and hope to see you again in a few weeks.